Michelle and Sean, Seashell, your company, tell us a little bit about it.
Do you want me to go? Yep. So we're a care provider, so we provide care for people in their own homes, so mainly adults, adults with Alzheimer's, learning disabilities, and anyone that needs help in their home, really.
And how long has the company been going, and how did you decide to start up? Why did you decide to start up a company?
So I used to work for a domiciliary care company beforehand. My background though is nursing, and Michelle's is in finance, but we decided to start our own company because we felt that care was undervalued, and carers in general were undervalued, and that was highlighted because of COVID. You could see that there's not enough money, there's not enough leadership, there's not much that's going into care, and we thought that we had the skill set to start something that was beneficial to all the clients and also our care staff in general. We started in July 2021, so we've been running for how many months now? 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah. 4 months, and it's going really well. Really well.
Was it a big decision to start in July? I mean, not only had COVID started March 2020, but then to start in July 2021, was that a big gamble? Is it a big gamble?
Yeah, I mean, I used to work in the city, so I've completely changed careers, but kind of brought that skill set to running our own business. So yeah, it was a massive gamble for us. We've invested our life savings in this business. We've just had a baby at the time. So we had a baby in August 2020, so we spent our maternity leave kind of planning for a business. And also, Sean was working during the start of the COVID pandemic, and it's a big gamble, but we see that people continue to need care in their own homes, and we thought we could offer a premium service.
I know it's care, but do you have a unique selling point? What is different about what you do?
Yeah, so we, from working in care, I always felt that, and especially where it's a privatised care, I always felt it was a bit difficult when there was someone that really needed the help and they couldn't afford it. So for us, our unique selling point is that we want to provide free care for those that can't afford it. Obviously, we can't do that for everyone on an ongoing basis. So we're looking to provide care for those that are at end of life. So in the last few weeks of living, we'll be able to provide that care. Also, again, from a background of nursing, we have a board of members that are able to advise us, and on that board we have someone that works in St Clair's Hospice as well. So because I used to work there with them, so we can do it the right way.
How big an area? I mean, we're here in Loughton.
Yeah.
How big an area do you cover?
Pretty much West Essex, isn't it?
Yeah, so we cover Epping Forest and Harlow, all the way up to sort of Chigwell as well. So yeah, quite a big area. So just to add to the other points, the unique selling points is again a focus on palliative care. So providing or allocating a portion of our profits to providing free end of life care. We're not quite there yet, but that's something for the future. We focus on premium care. So our cares calls are for a minimum of an hour, which is holistic as well. So we'll deal with not only the care provided in that hour, but the needs outside of it. So liaising with the community teams around referrals, arranging physios or OTs to go in, even chasing up prescriptions and medications for people. So whatever needs they have holistically, we try to deal with that as well. And we also focus on our carers as well. So we strive to pay the best hourly market rate. We have a profit sharing scheme for our carers, and so we have a lot of career progression and learning development for them as well. So we try to bring them on the journey with us.
How many carers have you got at the moment?
We've got 6 carers at the moment, so we are small, so we've only been running 3 months, but we've had quite good take up from clients, and so we're always looking for people that want to join us. I think there is a stigma attached to care where people think it's a certain lot of activities, but I can say, coming from a background which isn't care into care, it's thoroughly rewarding and it really doesn't feel like a job. So it's a great thing to do. Because
you seem to reach this strange point at the moment, and I don't know why, that there's lots of vacancies going, different jobs. Is that going to be a challenge for you as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, yeah, it is a challenge. I mean, I think, like Michelle said, that it is the stigma, but the reality is that from the difference from a hospital to working in someone's own home it's massive. It's not so physical. It's some of the calls are taking someone out for lunch or going to a pub, which is great. I mean, imagine getting paid for going to the pub, which is amazing. But yes, in terms of vacancies, it is difficult because it's so. If you see an advert on Indeed, on Facebook, or wherever, it's you're just one of many, and it's hard to try and get that across that we're a care company and we do care. I think there's a stat that says that care providers, I think there's only 4% of them nationally that have a background of care. The ones that start it up. So a lot of them they don't know anything about care to begin with, and they've started it up just as something to make money. Whereas this, of course, we want to make a profit, but we want, if we were doing it logically, we would have stayed in our original jobs, because that would be where the money's coming from. This is something that's completely good socially.
So your background is really important, but it's also a matter important that how much you will be able to pass it on and teach your carers.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about just keeping carers as carers. We want them to develop. Of course, people have to provide the care, but we need them to be empowered a bit, and they need that knowledge. A lot of the time, it's the initial training, and they're not really invested in, and that's why from my opinion, that's why there's such a big turnover in care, because there's no investment in the people. They're not looked after to the standard that you'd hope, and that's been reflected during COVID, and it's reflected on everything that you see. You see the amount of vacancies that there are, and that's because why would you stay in a job that they don't look after you?
So here we are in October 2021. Where would you like to see yourself in, say, October 2022?
I think we would like to, at that point, have delivered our kind of social commitment, so the free end of life care to somebody that really needs it. So I think that's where we want to be by that stage. I think we'd also like to have continue to attract and retain and keep the core team that we have, and grow as well. But I think the palliative care is one of our big objectives.
Okay, so if we come back in a year's time, hopefully your business will have grown.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you.